Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thomas Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making a list of my daily drivers. What are my favorite products I use every day? This is a list of stuff that I thought, is kind of most important to me, stuff that I've done a lot of research on to find which works best for me. Now, of course, there's going to be some variability. What works best for me might not work best for you. However, a lot of stuff on this list are simply good products and are going to work for a lot of people. So if you're looking for some new tech product to pick up to fit your setup, some new furniture, or even some clothes, I'm going to list all of my favorite stuff in this video. I'm also going to put a link for it in the description down below. It's called Tom's Daily Drivers in the description and pinned comment. If you click on any of the links of any of this stuff, most likely it will give you some small cutback since a lot of it's on Amazon and I'm an Amazon affiliate, and also some of the other things I've managed to become affiliates for too. So thanks ahead of time. All right guys, so first up, let's start with the privacy products. These are my favorite privacy products. Of course, we're going with TorGuard VPN for my daily driver of VPN. And now the VPN tier list rates things objectively, giving you a broad area of categories to kind of define how good a VPN is. For me specifically, I don't need streaming too much, so I don't really mind that I could kind of skip that with TorGuard and get the basic bundle. It's so cheap and pretty much gives me the exact capabilities that other VPNs do. So for me, that is the VPN to choose. You really can't beat the price of TorGuard when comparing it with other VPNs. A lot of people say, hey, Tor, why don't you recommend something else? Why don't you use something else? Well, find me a VPN that's $30 a year, $70 for 3 years. If you're going to be using a VPN for a long time and you want fast speeds and plenty of stuff and a good company, you simply can't beat TorGuard in my opinion. And it's one of the reasons the tier list is the way it is. This is the benchmark for a lot of things, whether that be speeds, features, and stuff like that. It's just a great VPN choice. So that's why I picked it for the privacy option for VPN. Next up, we're going to be talking about my favorite password manager, my daily driver, and that's going to be Bitwarden. Bitwarden is very nice. You pretty much don't even need to pay. I don't even know how these guys make money, but I guess they got some investment or something like that just because they probably have so many people using it. It's an exceedingly great service, completely free to use. Although I do support them, you can even self-host it, and I've made videos on that as well. So it's pretty as good as it could get. It's open source, which means it does beat a lot of the other options out there. Now, as a user interface, not the best in some ways, but it's completely usable, especially on iPhone. No complaints there. PC could have a little bit better autofill functions. Something like NordPass is much more user-friendly and kind of has a little bit more features with some of the extra things like storing notes and stuff. But overall, Bitwarden, for what it is, an open source password manager, in my opinion, you can't really beat it. Next up, for antivirus, I like to use Malwarebytes. Now, Malwarebytes is pretty good. It even has a scanner for free. It sometimes gets annoying being blocking this or that when I'm torrenting, but overall, it's probably my favorite kind of antivirus tool. It is very good antivirus protection, prevents you from clicking on stupid shit and stuff like that, which I like. Lastly, I'm going to give my favorite private encrypted email provider. That's going to be Skiff. Now, Skiff is a pretty good encrypted email provider, and I've been using them lately. It's newer, so it needs to be a little bit time tested, I think. However, it's completely free to use. They do have a premium model, but again, like Bitwarden, there's not really that much incentive to actually pay for it unless you need a lot of storage. I think this is probably the best competitor to Proton products. Compared to Proton VPN and Proton Mail, I think this is a little bit more generous with some of the things. It has a really good interface, has page support, so document support, and drive support for storage. So if you're looking for a new encrypted privacy email to try, go with Skiff. I do like private mail as well, which I still use that from TorGuard option, but I do think Skiff is doing things a little bit more modern, a little bit better user interface, and I think private mail is getting a little bit outdated with not enough updates, just in terms of the interface itself. So I'm going with Skiff lately as my primary recommendation, and kind of what I use day to day if I want to use encrypted email provider. All right, guys, now let's go to my favorite tech products. What are the ones I use every day? So as you can see here, I did purchase this in October 16th, 2021. And since then, I've been using these headphones pretty much every single day. These headphones are incredible. For some reason, the noise canceling does not bother my ears at all. The battery life is incredible. It's degraded a little bit since I got them. I remember when I first got them, I swear I listened to it all day for like 4 days and the battery just kept going and going and going. But even now, I still get excellent battery life with these bad boys. They're super comfortable, even with glasses, water resistant. The smart features are nice. There's different ways to answer the phone and stuff like that. The button on the side is really cool and really clicky. The audio quality is really good. I primarily use these for listening to audiobooks, and for that, they're excellent. They have different sound patterns you could play around with, increasing the bass and so on. I just think they're an amazing value and a really, really solid pair of headphones. Probably the most comfortable pair of headphones I've ever worn, combined with that sound and price. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Really good job from Jabra. Next up is going to be my favorite earbuds. Now, Jabra Elite pretty much handle all my needs, but sometimes it is hot and you don't really want to wear noise canceling headphones when it's hot, or even just headphones itself. So when it's hotter and I'm outside, I like to use these. For some reason, I haven't found any headphones that are able to match the comfort and sound quality of these. Now, they don't really even sell these anymore, but you could get them on Amazon for a nude around $70, which is a pretty good price. The thing is, I like to also buy the wing tips that go alongside them. For some reason, they also don't sell those anymore, so you have to buy them from eBay. But the good news is you can get a ton of them for pretty cheap. Put them on the side, they'll never fall out of your ear, sound incredible, and they're super, super comfortable. I can wear these all day, just like the other ones, and they're honestly my favorite earbuds I've found. The nice thing is they also have volume controls, so they're a little bit more easy to control volume than older generation AirPods and some of those things like that. The new AirPods, you can do it, but I found, and I do have those, but they're not quite as comfortable as these, and these are just like my go-to daily drivers. The good thing is they're pretty cheap, so you could, if you lose them or something like that, and you could just kind of have them hang for your neck if you're not using them at this specific moment. AirPods, it's always kind of like you're losing the little dental floss carrier, so that's kind of a pain, but these are really good. The one bad thing is that the battery life on these kind of do degrade pretty quickly, and they're not amazing, but they will last for a couple days or a day or two, depending on how much you're using them. So if you just charge them up, it's not a huge issue. I just kind of wish these had a little bit better battery life, but not a huge issue, and you could always buy a new pair if you want. Next up, we could talk about my favorite mechanical keyboard. I think this one is really good. There's a variety of switches to choose from. It looks really cool. Not only that, but it has that really, really nice volume rocker on the right side, so you can control volume. That's a pretty unique feature, and you don't see it in many mechanical keyboards. Combined with the value and the durability of this thing and the cool look, I think it's really nice. Sometimes I kind of wish it was a little bit easier to control the different RGB lighting effects. I know a lot of keyboards have the same issue where you have to use a specific key combination, and I always forget it. I wish one keyboard just had a specific button to control it. That would be way nicer, but I haven't really seen that from any keyboard. I think it's a combination of these buttons here at the bottom. Yeah, there you go. So actually it's not too bad. I just kind of figured it out. You can see the button. I'm just kind of an idiot, I guess. But I love this keyboard. Amazing value. Also comes in black, which looks nice too, and a couple other fun colors. That one looks pretty cool, and a lot of different switches. I like to go with the, I think I picked the brown switches. Yep, you can see it there. I purchased it a year ago as well. Brown switches are a good combination of kind of tactileness and also don't make your fingers too tired. Next up, we can talk about my favorite gaming mouse. This one is an amazing value and fits me perfectly. I like kind of using these smaller mouses with my claw grip style, and the RGB lighting is really cool. The good thing is this mouse is only 20 bucks, and you could just buy 4 or 5 of them for the price of another mouse and have them last you for the next 15 years. If we're even using mice by then. This is an amazing mouse, giving me no issues, and I love it, so really nice. Next up, we could talk about my favorite streaming lights. I've played around with a couple different ring lights and stuff like that, but I do prefer the Elgato Key Light Air's kind of smart compatibility with the Stream Deck. As you can see here, I can control it with one button for my Stream Deck, which makes it very easy for me to control lighting in a nice situation. So if you're looking to start YouTube or streaming, or just want a cool light to play around with for calls or something like that, I would go for this one. It is a bit pricey, but I do think it's worth it. It also has cool different variations in color, temperature, and stuff like that. It's a really smart light, and I love it. Next up, we could talk about my favorite USB powered hub. This is kind of like a more nerdy kind of thing, but I really like having this on my desk, having an option to plug things in quickly without having to go over to my computer. It's also nice having the powered USB 3.0, so it's compatible with all the new kind of peripherals you could plug into it. It even has a little area with the red thing for charging devices, which is nice, fast charging. So I really like this thing. Also, the cool lighting on it is a nice touch, so I'm really happy with it so far. I only bought this in January, but I love this thing. Next up is my studio microphone. I've had the best results with the RE20. I've tried it with some other ones like the Shure, and I did a video comparing them, and this one just sounds better. It kind of depends on your voice somewhat, but I do think the RE20 is a really good microphone, and it's my preferred one to use. Next up, we have speakers, and I really like these bad boys. The bass is punchy, powerful, sounds great with music and games, and they're not too expensive either, and they also look quite nice and modern. So if you're looking for some speakers on your computer desktop, I recommend these ones by Edifier. Next up, we could talk about smart lights, and I do like Govee as a brand. I think it is kind of based in China or something like that where they make these lights, but the thing I like about these in terms of the privacy perspective is you don't even have to connect them to Wi-Fi, so it gives me more of a private feel to them. I could just connect them to Bluetooth and control them that way, so I don't have to connect them to Wi-Fi and give them access to the internet so they could spy on me. So I really like Govee lights, and they're really affordable and kind of taking over the niche. You'll see everyone talking about them, and they provide such a wide variety of products. And during specific times of the year, like Black Friday and those kind of things, even without that, you could find really good coupons on them and get really good deals. I have Govee lights right here and in the corner there, and I think the ones down below are from Costco, but you can also get them from a light strip too. This one right here, neon rope light strip. So I love Govee lights, really nice quality. So overall, in terms of monitor, which one do I like? I like Acer monitors. Acer monitors with a high refresh rate are my go-to monitors to have. Right now, I couldn't really find it on Amazon, but I have a 144 hertz Acer monitor. That works fine. I keep coming back to it even while trying out a couple other monitors. For some reason, the color accuracy seems the best. I love the high refresh rate, affordability, and the stands they make are always very good and don't fall over. I had a 4K LG monitor that fell over the third day after I had it when I raised my desk up, and that was a disaster. So ever since then, I've been sticking to these very good Acer monitors with amazing stands. They could go up and down, good colors and everything like that. Mine right now are only 1920 x 1080. It's good enough for me. So if you're looking for a new monitor, I always recommend Acer is a really good brand to go with. Next up for my phone, I like iPhones right now. I have the 13 Pro Max. I didn't really think it was necessary to upgrade this year. The smart home capabilities are really good with this. The consistency of the updates and stuff like that are really nice. Some people prefer Android and iPhone. I think iPhone right now is what I'm going to be using. And if you're looking for more privacy friendly though, go with Graphene OS on a Pixel device. However, I have had problems with Pixel devices in terms of the hardware. I think I had the Pixel 2 and I had a lot of screen issues there and ended up returning it. And ever since then, I've just kind of been a little bit leery of Pixel devices. I also find that some of the interface stuff, like the scrolling, feels a little bit laggy to me, and I just like using iPhones day to day. Lastly, we could talk about my router. I do like using Aero mesh routers across the house. They have really good coverage. The application is super simple to use and customize DNS or whatever you want to do. And I also like using encrypted routers too, VPN routers, and you can find those from private routers, but those require a little bit more power use potential, and it's not so much of a daily use kind of thing as much as something like this would be. All right, guys, so that is a roundup of all my favorite tech products. Let's start moving into the last two sections, being furniture and clothes. So in terms of furniture, I love Valencia. Valencia is a partner of the channel. I bought their furniture and they partnered with me as an affiliate. So if you want to use my link and buy one of these awesome chairs, I would encourage you to do so if you can afford it. They have really good furniture, really good customer support and service. I've had just like a small little portion on my chair that has a tiny little tear, but not a huge deal. Besides that, they have so much customization in terms of lumbar support, and they look awesome. And I love them in my room for kind of gaming on in terms of a console experience. Next up for my my PC chair. Right now I'm using the Secret Lab. Very comfortable. These chairs aren't perfect. I kind of wish they were even a little flatter on the bottom. I made a full review talking about my full thoughts of Secret Lab. They're not the perfect chair, but the unboxing experience is really nice. The back support is nice. I kind of wish it wasn't so noisy on the bottom, but I found a video where you can kind of take out the tube and kind of lube it up a little bit to fix some of those noise issues. They're not the perfect chair, but for around $400, I don't really think you're gonna find that much better of a chair. They look cool, are super comfortable, and you can sit however you want. And this pillow is awesome. So if you're looking for a cool office chair, gaming chair, this is probably the one to go to. Not an affiliate yet with them, but it is the one I like right now. I've also had good experiences with the other ergonomic chairs, but I honestly don't think they're worth it when compared to something that's around $400. You know, I think the $400 comfortability is better than paying $1,000 for one of those chairs, which I don't think they're really worth it. In terms of underwear, I really like this brand. Obviously, Prime Man, this is a cool underwear brand that gives you a little pouch for your junk. This is exceedingly comfortable, and if you haven't tried these yet, I really encourage you to try it. It will make your junk feel more comfortable than it ever has before. Lastly, I like Pair of Thieves for my t-shirts. Really comfortable, good prices. They don't shrink or anything like that either, and they're just, I'm pretty sure I'm wearing one right now, so I really like Pair of Thieves as my t-shirt brand. Check those out too. I hope this helped you find a good product that you add to your repertoire. These are all my favorite products. I might add some more eventually, so keep up to date with my list in the description and pin comment down below. Also put links to all these products in case you want to buy any to help support the channel. This list was completely unsponsored, no brand paid to be here, so thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you again very soon.